time, and good men do nothing, evil flourishes. A society unwilling to learn from the past is doomed. We must never forget our history. We must never lower our guard.
Edgar, you will rise to be the most powerful man in the country.
Imagine if every citizen in this country were uniquely identifiable by the pattern on their fingers. Imagine how quickly we could find them if they committed a crime. You remember that file we created on his wife?
Mrs. Roosevelt.
Will you make a copy for me, please?
Is that legal?
Sometimes you need to bend the rules a little in order to keep your country safe.
Blood is on your hands, Edgar.
I don't know who I can trust anymore.
I see right through you. You're a scared, heartless, horrible little man.
It's time this generation learned the difference between villain and hero. Even great men can be corrupted.
Hey there, it's Alicia Malone. You're watching Premiere, coming to you from the opening night of the AFI Film Festival. That's the American Film Institute here in Hollywood. Tonight's film is J. Edgar, directed by Clint Eastwood and starring the always fabulous Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's go chat to them on the red carpet.
Now, LA was abuzz this week with the world premiere of J. Edgar, the latest film from director Clint Eastwood. Based on the man who was the head of the FBI for almost 50 years, J. Edgar Hoover.
Tell me, Leo, what are you kind of hoping audiences get out of seeing the film, and were you kind of able to sympathise with Edgar throughout the process?
I don't think I necessarily need to sympathise with somebody to be able to play them. Some of the best characters that I've gotten to play and other people have gotten to play are those where you don't really understand or empathise with their intentions. Maybe you try to get a grasp of what drove them, what motivated them, and I feel like I did with J. Edgar Hoover.
So Clint asked you to do a role in this film, big or small, are you going to say yes?
Oh, of course you're going to say yes. I mean, no doubt. You know, I mean, it was an honour to meet the man, to work with the man, and then everyone else involved, just to be involved in the production. It's incredible.
Now you play Charles Lindbergh, and I hear you have a family connection to aviation as well.
I do. My grandmother was one of the first female pilots in this country and got into it because of Charles Lindbergh, and actually recently got given the Congressional Medal of Honor by Obama, although she is dead now, but for being one of the first women in flight. And so she, because of her fascination with Lindbergh, had passed that on to me, and so I had always had a thing to understand and like study him, and then when this movie came up, it was I kind of begged to be a part of it.
I didn't know much about J. Edgar Hoover, and I imagine he's someone that not many people know a whole lot about.
I think even the people who think they know a lot about Hoover don't know a lot about Hoover. I think Hoover's biographies have, for the most part, been told from political slant. They have an agenda of some sort, either to build him up or break him down based on your politics, and this attempts to tell the truth about Hoover.
And when you're acting against Leo and he's all made up to look like J. Edgar, you completely forget that it is Leonardo DiCaprio?
I mean, he stays in character and he's very serious about what he does. So there were definite moments where it didn't feel like acting anymore. I would say we were both so familiar with our characters that it must have at some point just seemed like routine.
How did you decide on Leo? I just liked him as an actor very much. He wanted to do the part, and so I said, yeah, let's go.
Now, having Clint as a director, is it hard not to be starstruck at times?
At first, definitely. Like on the first day shooting, when I first saw him, it was, that's Clint Eastwood, But that kind of passed very quickly. It's such a calm, relaxed set that he runs that you don't sort of, you get over that. I mean, there were still times you catch yourself to go, it's Clint Eastwood.
For me, this type of character is really tailor-made for Clint to direct a complex man in complex times.
And that's the end for the world premiere of J. Edgar here in Hollywood. Clint Eastwood, such a legend, and Leonardo DiCaprio, fast becoming one as well. I'll see you next time right here on Premiere. Bye.
For more of the best in entertainment news, check out your Movie Network channels. It's altogether better on screen and at mnc.tv.